Hey there. So happy Friday the 13th and good luck to you. This next video will analyze and comment on the application called CapCut, which is a video editing program I have tried to use using the text to video or script to video feature. And I've asked it to add visuals and a voice. I'm using the voice that's called Leo. We'll see how it goes. I'll play it to you and then I'll make my comments on it.
Hey there, long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, wait a minute. Is the phrase long time no see actually grammatical? Let's explore. This expression long time no see involves a type of ellipsis called situational ellipsis. No, don't get confused with the punctuation mark called ellipsis. I'm not talking about that. Anyhow, long time no see is a clever and concise way of conveying meaning. Consider these. Nice to meet you. Nice day, isn't it? Wish you a nice day. No, what do you mean? Come, don't think so. Pity that. Hope you understand.
Okay, so we can see that there are inconsistencies in the tone of voice with certain expressions, basic expressions like by the way. If you say it in the beginning, by the way, it has a different intonation than when you say it at the end of a phrase.
And that construction is grammatically correct as well, by the way.
By the way. The other thing I have to comment on is the unusual way of separating the subtitles. So even though they're not that long, they're not separating the expressions or putting a quotation mark at the beginning, that goes at the end, at the beginning of the next line. There are some minor discrepancies there. The others are sort of pauses with the voice. So if I say pity that, it's not the same as saying pity that. Know what I mean has a different intonation than know what I mean. It's not an imperative, it's a question. I don't think it actually understands enough language. So there's a lot of editing that you would have to do in the pauses. So it'll pause in odd places, like you have to splice it. And then when I splice it, it's not easy to just move everything over. And when I try to delete a visual that I find irrelevant, it's difficult to do that because when you select only the visual, it'll also delete the text and the voice. And so there are a lot of things that need improving. Let's listen to it again.
Long time no see. Welcome back to my channel.
Long time no see should be long time no see, right? Exclamation mark.
Wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute, not wait a minute.
No, don't get confused with the punctuation.
And here, the no with a comma is too long. No, don't get confused. The comma's there, but in speaking, we won't pause.
Ellipsis is a linguistics term used for when we expect the listener or receiver to fill in the blanks, as they say.
To fill in the blanks, as they say. It doesn't understand the meaning of that in the context.
It's been such a long time since last we met. Yes, and that construction is grammatically
Again, yes. Too long a pause there after the comma.
correct as well, by the way.
By the way.
So, when you haven't seen someone in a while,
I should probably have taken the comma out of the so because it paused too long again. Although technically it's a conjunction and should have a comma there.
you might say, long time no see, because it's short.
You might say is an expression again. The intonation's not right.
When you haven't seen someone in a while, you might say.
When you haven't seen someone in a while, you might say.
Something I get into in other videos of mine.
In other videos of mine, not videos of mine.
Long time no see is a clever and concise way.
Clever and concise, not clever and concise. There's no pause there. It's a clever and concise way of conveying meaning.
Conveying meaning without actually having to form a grammatically correct.
Without having to form, not without having to form. Again, unnecessary pause, which I wasn't able to even reduce much or connect.
We do it all the time, especially by leaving out a word or a set of
Again, too much pause after the comma.
words in initial position. Consider these. Nice to meet you.
Why does it break up the expression nice to meet you?
Consider these. Nice to meet you.
No period, although I put one and no quotation marks. Either after isn't it and wish you a nice day should be on the next line.
Day, isn't it? Wish you a nice day. No, what you mean?
And this is another expression I had in quotations. Know what you mean? Know what you mean. Again, not an imperative. I look forward to improvements in AI, but I really am skeptical about how they're going to deal with this kind of thing. The music, by the way, in the background, that's my own playing, that's my own guitar music. I can't stand these instructional tutorial videos that have repetitive, awful music going through the whole video. And so, really, those things are other things to consider if you're doing tutorial and instructional videos. That's all I have to say for now. Have a nice day.